So last week, RFK Jr. made a truly ugly speech about autism and how he's going to find the cure for autism because autism lives in the environment, and he's going to find the environmental reasons that autism exists. I would like to say that his speech was surprising and shocking, but this is the same diatribe that groups like Autism Speaks have been dropping for decades because they simply can't accept the fact that autism is a genetic trait passed down from parents to children. Autism Speaks, parents don't want to admit that, like, yes, this is their responsibility, this is their DNA that they handed down, and that there must be something in the environment that causes this horrible illness. And they're not talking about autism spectrum 1, because a lot of these groups still differentiate between the old Asperger's diagnosis, which we don't use anymore because Dr. Asperger was a Nazi fuckhead who experimented on autistic people. And so we call it Autism Spectrum 1 to differentiate from that horrible nightmare. And speaking of horrible nightmare, the person that RFK actually has in charge of this whole investigation, because he fired the smart science people and the smart medical people, the person that he hired is someone who was performing illicit, immoral, and illegal experiments on individuals with autism and was fined like 10,000, 100,000, a large sum of money by the state that he was practicing in at the time, without a medical license, by the way. So yeah, he's going after the folks on Spectrum 2 and Spectrum 3, are more fragile folks. When he was talking about they won't be able to do poetry, they'll never be able to play baseball, this is who he was talking about. He was talking about the folks with autism that don't have the same voice that most of us do. And all he really did was rehash old speeches from the representatives from Autism Speaks. He didn't actually come up with anything new. None of what he's saying is new. The only thing that's new, and the thing that is frightening, is that he has the backing of a narcissistic megalomaniac with an IQ of 74, who's also running the country. And the part that really scares me, it's not even the fact that he's working for Donald Trump. The part that really scares me is that people are going to believe him because he works for the president and he's on TV. The man's an environmental lawyer, not a scientist. Why is he in charge of something that requires science to unpack and to understand and to discover? And yeah, I had to wait a whole 2 weeks so that I could stop just being enraged and just be direct and angry.